So the Heaven's Gate, we're talking about Heaven's Gate, right? The documentary about them all killing themselves, committing suicide. Everybody made a big joke out of it. Oh, they're going up in a spaceship. But that happened to be what they were doing. And I came away from that video feeling like, yes, that's right. That's what they did because they couldn't stand it anymore. And I felt that. I agreed with that. Yes. I'm happy to hear you say that. Yes. We're going to have to abort this project because that pan's too big and I'm going to get into an accident. We got to wait till Chris comes back to finish this. It's good to recognize your limitations. Yes, and I do have limitations. I do. So we can just talk now, right? Can just talk. Takes the heat off, literally. Actually, he should have, well, I shouldn't say that, but John is saying, yeah, he should have volunteered to cook those sausages as soon as he heard, rather than sit back. But he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Yeah, right. He doesn't know what I'm doing. He doesn't know what I'm capable of doing, and he also doesn't know when I want to be left alone to cook. But now I need his help. Chris? I'm going to have to ask you to finish cooking those sausages because the pan's just too big and I almost had an accident. So, and they're kind of sticking to the pan. And so, no, you'll see when you go in there. You're going to have to flip them good and then get them on the other side. The one side is done, but it's just too dangerous. But again, there's no way he would know that he had to help me with that because I try to do everything without asking for too much help. So, and when they're done, I just put them out, take them out and put them on the side. I'm making the cabbage separately. Yeah. The cabbage, what do I do with that? Maybe just forget about the cabbage today. All right. Forget about that pan. That pan's too much for you right now. It's too much, Lena. Yeah. It's too big. My judgment is, no, your judgment is fine. You knew immediately, this is trouble. Right. I shouldn't, well, now you know. Right. So getting back on that, the portal, the Heaven's Gate, Hale Bopp Comet, those people were right. They were vibrating too high for this world, and it was very uncomfortable for them, and they wanted to leave. I'm not saying that I'm going to do what they did. Although it seemed like a pretty good exit if you were going to do suicide, to do it the way they did was like very humane and caring, and they all took care of each other. And you saw videos of them like a couple of weeks before they had planned that whole thing out, and they did plan that whole thing out at the point that they were having a Christmas party. And they didn't look like lunatics or anything. They were like regular people, like having a little talent contest. Everybody's cooking their food and sharing and, joking and relaxed and very highly intelligent. They weren't like the Manson family, right? Right, And that wasn't a Jonestown situation. They were a collaborative. Yeah, you had the one guy, the head of the thing, who kind of looks like Dr. Smith, a little crazy looking, but that was the look on that guy's face because he was like a very high vibrational, when you're displaced like that on this planet, you're going to look a little different. I think I look a little different. Sometimes I look into my own eyes in the mirror when I'm doing my hair or brushing my hair or something, and I'm like, wow, like I don't look the same. There's this you almost see through the eyes. Like your eyes become very hyper clear or something. Yeah. So that was an interesting documentary, and the upshot of it is that John said all those people were valid in what they did, and yeah, their family members didn't understand it. It's a hard thing to understand. Look, we're all going away. we're probably never going to see you again. We love you, but, I'm sorry. And that's that. Because the family members were not vibrating on the same frequency. It sounds crazy, I know.
Aren't doing anything with this cheese?
No, that's for me later. But the only thing I ask that you do is the sausages, and then
I'm cooking them now.
sorry, and then just put them on the side, or take the two that you want, and
I'll put them on the side.
thanks. They're big ass sausages, aren't they? Yeah, big vegan sausages.
That's a problem?
No, I was like, didn't know they were going to be so big. They're almost the size of hamburgers. That's like a huge lunch in itself. So, yeah, can you imagine those Heaven's Gate guys? They would have loved them. They would have, but they were born too soon. They didn't have those sausages at that time. So now we're watching a different documentary on a cult not a phenomenon, a cult situation called The Garden. And you guys can look that up. And this is a bunch of really fucking new age. They think they're hippies. They're really not cool people. They're really not cool people. I could actually see a couple of them committing murder. And I'm talking about the women and the men. That big smile is hiding something very sinister on all of them. Yeah. And so we're halfway through it, and we'll keep you posted on the garden and what's going on in the garden. They're an offshoot. They were actually founded by the guy who I don't know a lot about the rainbow. Well, that's next. The rainbow people. Did you ever hear of them, Chris?
Yeah, I hung out with them.
Oh shit! Were those the Greenpeace people?
Had a slight connection. Not really, though. They were a different group.
What did you think of the rainbow people?
I thought they were pretty creepy.
Yeah, because the guy who's the offshoot of the rainbow people, someone did a background check on him, and he's got like 190 arrests. What's going on?
Well, that could just be LSD arrests, you know?
No. I think there was some armed robbery in there.
Okay, that's different.
All right, so we're going to find out more about the rainbow people, but Chris, you said they're just kind of a little weird and creepy.
I'll tell you, out west, I didn't mind them. I met them at the anti-nuclear rally.
Were they kind of like the exclusionary deadheads?
Yes, they were like
professional thinking that they're too cool.
That looked at you like you were some city slicker or something, you know?
Yeah, you're not as cool and as laid back as we are.
Right. Exactly.
So we hate you because you're just not as laid back as we are. Thank you, Chris, is giving us. Which is like the most unlaid back attitude going. Yeah,
exactly.
See, nothing makes sense. Yeah.
And then I met them in the city. They were at the, what was that club? Wetlands, the environmentalist nightclub scam.
Yeah.
That we played there once.
You know what? Do me a favor. Let's just empty. There's plenty of oil in that thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to, if you can, I'm going to cut open this coleslaw. And can you just saute it in that pan?
In the oil, sure.
So go on. This is interesting to me.
Then I went down there. I had an art show there. One of my only art shows. I had a bunch of paintings lining the walls behind the booths and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked pretty cool. Dump it all in or half? Or?
Whatever fits there comfortably that you can stir fry it while it's going. And I'll give you some onions too to throw in there. See, this is good. This is going to be a nice vegan meal, and we needed the help. So, oh gee, it's all right, Lena. Keep the camera rolling, please. Don't throw things, Lena.
So your medium heat, you want it? High?
Yes, medium, and you're going to continually toss it and stir it. And oh, that's awfully... Okay, so is that the whole bag?
Yeah.
Here's some onions.
Okay.
Just sprinkle some in there. And we're going to give you... So you're going to use a couple of nice big... Yeah, those spoons are good.
Yeah, I have a spoon here too from the sauces.
Hold on, because I'm going to give you the... I'm going to throw a little bit of the tamari in there with it. Yeah.
All right.
And that's it. That's going to be lunch. Isn't this exciting? We have a communal lunch going, but I thought I'd be able to do it all by myself, and I wasn't. Okay. Here's the tamari.
All right.
Shaking up real good, but yeah, definitely get that in there early on. A couple of good splashes, not crazy.
Okay,
Good. And that's really all it needs. And then you can add your own seasoning to that later.
Right. Yeah, this is melting down nicely.
Yes, so what we're going to be having, again, the vegan sausages over a bed of sautéed onions and shredded cabbage, yes. It's like one of the healthiest things that you can really eat. Why do I say and can really eat? Chris, are none of these milks open? Is this what is up?
Might be. The one all the way to the right might be open. That's the one I'm looking at.
See, I automatically went all the way to the left. Let me see. Please, dear God, let this be open. No? Fuck. Fucking blow me, man. It actually opened. I'm only wearing half of the container now. So, you know. And what you're okay, so John is saying this is a demonstration of healthy communal living, right? What we're doing here. Like, all right. I need help with this. I had the idea. John had the idea for sausages and and cabbage, and I said, "Well, how are we going to make that? How do you want that done?" He said, "We're good. Well, we got to make. If we're making sausages, we're making them for everyone, so we're going to need a bigger boat, right? So we're going to need the bigger pan. Do you think you can handle it?" I said, "Maybe the lightweight one I can, but the lightweight one is still too much for me."